Wait, oh, no. That's not right. Oh, man, this is going to be a good episode.
Welcome to Tech Talk, y'all.
That's how you know. That's how you know it's going to be good. All right. Sorry for the rough intro there, folks. This is episode 433 of Tech Talk, y'all, and we are here to entertain ourselves and occasionally other people. That is, I think that's our new mission statement, actually.
And and you're Adam Walker, and I'm Sanjay Park.
There's that. Yes, there's that. Right. Yeah.
And you can tell, I based on that, I'm assuming you're not going to edit that. And
no, I'm not going to edit that. No. This is raw, uncut. Like there are a handful of times that you or I have said something and thought, somebody might misinterpret that later. Let's cut that part out, or like something like minor. Yeah. But out of 433 episodes, it's been pretty rare that that's happened. Like 3 times maybe, right? So,
which, by the way, listeners, if you need podcast help, we have an agency, Edgewise.Media, where we actually do work.
We edit. We actually edit.
We actually do edit. Client podcasts.
Like that part of the value of Tech Talk, y'all, is the unbridled, just like, this is it. This is what you get. You know what I mean? Versus like a more professional, polished podcast gets heavily edited as it should. So.
Unbridled enthusiasm.
Yes, that's us. That's what we're known for. And hats.
As is a comment from a TV show that I made a recommendation for, their Chronicles, last week. So
yes, Unbridled Enthusiasm, Seinfeld. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
That's it. All right, we got a good show. We actually don't have that many articles, but we do have one of perhaps my favorite articles that we've had in a very long time.
I know which one that is automatically, yeah.
It involves a great deal of sarcasm and Star Wars. And like that, how do you get any better than that? I don't know. So we're going to talk about that in Weird Wacky. Hang tight till then. But let's dive in, man. What do you got for us first?
So first up, this is scary for the title of it, but in actuality, it's not that scary. This AI just created viruses not found in nature. So they've been training AIs to make viruses, viruses? I don't know. But specifically, they actually created some that target E. coli, and infect E. coli, which I think that's a good thing.
Well, I mean, I think you could have said your opening statement, which is they're training AI to create viruses, and that's like full stop right there. Like that right there is the end of humanity. Like, just to be clear, like the AI can escape and break in to Happy Face or whatever face it is. It can also create viruses to kill all of us. So yeah.
And in a minute we'll talk about how robots can jab you with needles. But before we get there, we'll talk about this still. So maybe this is an okay thing.
I mean, it's good for now until it's not, just like all of the other AI things.
That's what the problem is going to be, right?
Yeah, because it's good for now until it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was true for like if you think, like, that's true for missile defense, right? Like
right.
It's good for now because like we got missiles, like we can defend ourselves until you hit nuclear weapons, and then it's not good because it's bad for the whole world, right? And I think that's AI. Like AI is good until it's not. And then it's probably really not good. That's my guess.
So you're a fan of the bunker kind of way of life, right?
I mean, I have been watching Silo, and the more I watch Silo, which is it's on Apple TV, which is why I haven't seen it. But I also read the books, and the books are amazing, by the way.
Okay.
And the whole premise is essentially like the world is over, and we have to recreate communities, seeds of humanity in underground silos. Like that's the premise of the idea.
Okay.
And the more I watch it, I'm like, I could see I could see us heading right there. That could be the future, actually, which is terrifying. So, yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of that, I guess Goldman studied where AI is squeezing labor markets, and here's what it found. And what it found is it is in fact squeezing labor markets. Call centers are down like by a third.
Yeah,
which is quite a bit. Like a lot of like support staff and support things are down. It's squeezing out entry-level jobs in particular. But I think this is the beginning of the snowball that becomes the avalanche, though I think those are mixed metaphors. But those are they're both metaphors involving snow, but different metaphors, right? But I think it's the beginning, and we're going to just see more and more and more of this over time. is what I believe. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I mean, yeah, the one I think that concerns me more is the entry level jobs one, because if you still need the senior people, you don't have them after a while if you haven't had junior people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So like some companies have figured that out and be like, this is not going to end well. So let's keep hiring entry level people,
Yeah.
but empower them and help train them and do all. And that's the right approach because
it's the long term approach. Yeah.
right.
Sure.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. But I think from all of that is, you know what? If you want a stable career, a stable job, like maybe being an entrepreneur, maybe doing your own thing is a smart idea because nobody can fire you but you at that point.
Well, I mean, I was talking to somebody, I think today, and it was like asking like how their kids were doing. And they're like, yeah, my son, he's trained to be a plumber at this. And I was like, that's the move right there. Like plumbers are going to make bank. And like there's a shortage, so the value goes up even further. I mean, like the next set of millionaires are plumbers and electricians. So more power to them.
Welders. Honestly, I've heard about welding being an issue for decades now. At this point,
yeah, that's
there
true.
is never, and I mean, it's understandable, right? Like your job all day is in front of a hot torch, melting metal. It takes a special kind of person, right?
Yeah.
Somebody that's okay with a lot of heat.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Literal lot of heat. Somebody that's not okay with a lot of heat because they're doing awesome things. And I kind of love this. Fairphone's latest repairable phone is going on sale in the US. So not through any kind of weird
third party
through somebody else or whatever. Yeah. I highlighted a couple. Let me pull up my notes here. Couple of things from the article. So it's on sale now. It's $649.99, so $650.
Right.
Available through Fairphone's website and Amazon. It's sold unlocked with support for both T-Mobile and AT&T.
Yep.
And they're guaranteeing support for repairable parts and software updates until 2033. So you've got a solid 7 years of life on this thing, which is honestly quite impressive. Now, the only thing this is missing that I would have totally fallen in love with then is doing the same thing that Framework has done, where it's not just repairable, it's upgradable. And they've made no claims on terms of that. Yeah. Because if you can get this and then when like it already comes with a 50 megapixel back camera and a 30 megapixel selfie camera. Like if you'd be able to go like, okay, instead of the 50, I want a 75 or 100 and be able to just swap out that module.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'd be killer then at that point. Maybe there's issues with software and things like that, but I think that's would be a smart move for somebody like this. But regardless, if I hadn't bought a new phone last year, this would be on the list of exploring and seeing if this was the next new phone for me.
Yeah, for sure. All right, what's not on the list next for you? Unitree shows off new Superman robot that it says can outrun Usain Bolt and jump 6.5 feet. I actually had not played the video until literally this moment, and I'm looking at it right now. And that vertical is insane. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Yeah, the running looks weird. Like it looks awkward as it runs, but it is very fast.
Yeah.
That's I mean, this is official. Like it is very reminiscent of Terminator movies. Like I'm not even trying to exaggerate. Like it really is reminiscent of Terminator movies as I'm watching that. So
it's because it looks weird because the arms don't swing enough, right? Like
I think
that's what it is.
It looks like it's like shuffling as it runs, but it's running crazy fast. But it's like a shuffle, kind of deal. Yeah.
The one thing I want to know is, can I get a piggyback ride on this thing?
Throw off all the balance, man. No, it's not.
It should be able to figure that out. Because look, if this thing can give me piggyback rides and do all this, then I might be okay with it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that.
Because I'm telling you what, Usain Bolt's not going to give me a piggyback ride. So if this thing, your audio went away, by the way.
Yeah. No, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back.
If this thing would give me a piggyback ride, unlike Usain Bolt, then I might be okay with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see.
Know.
We'll see what happens. All right.
Yeah.
What do you got? I guess you're next. Yeah.
Yeah, next up. So this is a clarification on a story that we talked about last week. So FlightAware withdraws lawsuit against Kalshi over flight cancellation market. So we thought, maybe I guess I didn't read the whole article, that the issue was like them betting on these cancellations and stuff. The issue actually was
using their data,
Kalshi
right?
using their name and data
Yeah.
as the source. So Kalshi is now not doing that. Who knows whose data they're using, if they're still using their data or somebody else's.
Right.
But they're still doing this flight cancellation stuff, which is only going to mean at some point there's going to be a story that we're going to talk about some idiot trying to get a flight canceled so that they can make a bunch of money on Kalshi.
100%.
Or somebody being paid by somebody else that made a bet on a flight, and then that person's going to go on the flight and, say there's a bomb or something. I don't know. Something dumb.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about these markets is they always seem to lead to something dumb. Like that seems to be the common denominator for this. So there you go.
Time for the Weird and Wacky segment.
Abominable Snowman.
He's not an axe murderer.
One of the TAs turned out to be a bot.
All right, listen, this first article is fine, but the next two are amazing. Like, let's just be clear about that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this Weird and Wacky segment. So I'll start. Amazon seemingly linked Jason Statham's entire Mutiny movie. So this is a movie that's about to come out in theaters, and apparently was available on Amazon Prime for like 24 hours, like in full, the whole movie.
Not for 20. It was like an hour or two.
Okay, for an hour or two. Okay,
It was a couple of hours. And it was the full movie. And it leaked about 2 days before it hit the theaters. So somebody got fired, I'm imagining, at Amazon for this.
Yeah.
But also, it's weird that they've already got the digital
loaded in.
assets loaded.
Yeah.
Because isn't it going to be a couple of months before?
I mean,
I don't know if this
you'd
movie.
think.
Maybe this
yeah.
movie is an Amazon movie. I don't know. Maybe it's
I
from
don't know.
their shop.
But it does seem weird to me that it would already be like loaded and ready, locked and loaded and ready to go.
Right?
That seems kind of
That
crazy. Yeah.
seems weird, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I also feel like, so we just recently went to the theaters, and I don't know, so a lot of times like the experience just doesn't match up with what my expectations are. Like there were people, this was in the middle of the day, and this was Spider-Man, by the way. And people brought in young kids who are then talking and
Listen, man. Listen, we got to talk about the middle of the day movie crowd. Okay, the middle of the day movie crowd is not your vibe. All right, that's not your jam. Like
but
you don't.
It is
you don't
because
want
it's
that.
cheaper.
Yeah, but that's the reason it's not your jam, my man. Okay, so you are of the proper age to enjoy movie going as it should be bequeathed, which is which is it is bequeathed upon you.
King Adam is
time.
speaking.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And-
subjects, be quiet.
Yeah, and with dinner and post dinner time. That is your movie crowd. Okay, just so
I
you
see.
know.
I see.
You're not the matinee
The
crowd.
problem
You're
with
not
that movie crowd though is that the seats are often sold, and I like to be dead middle.
I'm
in
so
the row.
surprised that you're particular about your movie seating. That is genuinely shocking to me, right?
And actually, like 2 to 3 rows up, dead middle. That's the perfect seat in the theater because you're like basically in the looking dead straight
you don't
into
want
the
to
middle
strain
of
your
the
neck.
screen.
Like you don't. Yeah, you're
Exactly.
of the age where you don't want to strain your neck. I've
Exactly.
been. I remember going to one of the early Harry Potter movies, and there's no assigned seating back then, and the only seats in the front row, and you're like awkwardly like this watching the movie, like
I've done that once
you know.
where I had to sit in the front row. I don't even remember what movie it was because I saw it at such an angle that I could never remember what movie
It's bad
it was.
news. It's bad
No,
news.
I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
Assigned seating, by the way, that is
the
quite
jam.
a
It's the move.
innovation
It's the move. Yeah.
in
It's the
movie
move.
tickets.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
yeah, I went for the cheap tickets and then I was annoyed the whole time, and I didn't
It's
appreciate
worth the
that.
extra dollars to not be annoyed. That's what I'm saying. Like you got to get out of that. You're in the wrong crowd. Okay. You're in the wrong crowd.
But who also pays that much for a kid that's not going to enjoy the movie and that's going to be babbling and talking the whole time? Like who does that?
I mean, somebody that needs a breaking needs to get up out that house is who does that right there. That's who does it. So
Crazy.
I'm
Crazy.
I can't-
Something else that's crazy is buying a super tiny car, but people do that apparently. Utah man buys the world's cheapest new car from China and is stunned by what it looks like. So this
Yeah.
car costs less than $4,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was like $3,800 or something like that.
Yep,
$3,600,
that's right.
$3,800.
Yep.
It's basically a glorified golf cart.
Well, and that's what he said. It's a glorified, but I think aren't a lot of golf carts more expensive than this? So like,
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it looks smaller than a smart car. Like, and smart cars
Yeah.
are real small. And
Yeah.
that's even smaller. And there's a big dude. I think that got it right. So like, it was pretty funny seeing the photo of him inside of that.
One
thing.
dude like flipped it on its side on his own, and then 4 picked it up, like one on each corner, and they picked up the car.
Yep.
So that tells you how heavy the thing is, which is
That's-
not that heavy.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't think I would ever ride in this anywhere.
No. I would never ride in this. Never mind. That's a different story that I'll tell you off air. Remind me.
Okay.
All right. So last up in Weird and Wacky, and this is, I actually came across this on TikTok and was like, this is my hero.
I read about it elsewhere. That's
This is my
interesting.
hero.
Yeah.
So man dressed as Darth Vader defends flock cameras at San Diego City Council. So full Darth Vader, like expensive outfit, even the breathing and like the voice change and everything. Up at the
It wasn't
microphone.
that expensive an outfit because his little thingy on the
Oh,
front
I didn't
was
see
like,
that. I didn't notice that
it
part,
was
yeah.
jangling up.
Okay,
It wasn't
okay.
like attached. So
He's up at the microphone.
Yeah.
At the San Diego City Council, praising the flock cameras because this is what the Empire needs to not only track
the emperor.
the Emperor needs. That's right.
yeah.
To not only track license plates, but also children. And it talks through like the whole thing. And he's advocating for flock cameras as, the biggest
and to
villain
stalk
in-
ex-girlfriends
yeah.
and to crush the rebel scum.
So good. It was and the woman
the
behind
satire
him is
was
just like nodding and smiling, like, "Yep, no, it was so good."
and the guy behind Darth Vader, who by the way they addressed him as Darth Vader as well at the city council meeting. He snapped his fingers in appreciation at the end of the little monologue there. So, flock cameras getting a lot of heat. For a lot of stuff.
There's a
not
bunch
good.
of people that are going full anarchist on them, and they're like going to like Walmart, paying cash for clothes, nondescript clothes, covering all of their skin, going out and cutting down the flock camera. I mean, like they're doing some crazy stuff. I'm not advocating for that at all, by the way. They're doing some I've seen people that are out sitting next to the flock camera with a big piece of cardboard sign on a post, and they just hold it up in front of the flock camera, protesting the flock camera, but blocking its view. I mean, like
blocking its view.
Oh yeah,
I love
blocking.
that.
Yeah, they're like blocking it intentionally. Like flock camera is there. If I owned any, I don't know if they're public. I can't remember.
They're not
But
public. They're private. They're
if
a
I was-
startup here in Atlanta.
If I was running that, I would be very nervous about the public backlash that is actively happening against them. It's brutal. So
Well, there was a story that was posted online as well. I never tagged it because it's like, but they apparently moved their headquarters to another building here in Metro Atlanta, and their name was not outside of the building. It's like they were hiding, and these folks went in there with cameras, and they were basically told, "No, you can't film in here. You got to get out. They're not here. I don't know what you're talking about. This, that, and the other." Yeah, they were there, and then later on. Company says like, "Oh no, we were not trying to do like hide where we were and stuff like that," and all this. Yeah, so many things that are bad look. The only thing that I hope out of this, and look, I will also provide this disclosure. I know people that work over there that are reasonably high up at Flock. I'm hoping that this speeds our discussion around privacy and surveillance and what we are willing to accept and what we're not willing to accept. Personally, I don't want to be tracked by anything, anywhere, 24 hours a day. Let me just live life. So
yeah, I'm good.
There you go.
We don't need the enemy of the state sort of stuff going on. I think we're all set there.
Tech wreck, Time to get your tech wreck.
Tech wreck. Chicky.
Tech wreck. Time to get your tech wreck.
Okay, Adam, it is tech wreck time. What do you have for us this week?
I'm going to continue taking liberties with the Tech Rec segment to talk about what I've built on Lovable this week. That's what I'm going to do. So, Lovable, as I've talked about many times, is a place where you can build all kinds of apps for all kinds of things. I've built my own personal finance app. I've built all kinds. So, the most recent thing I built on Lovable, I realized that I need to do more social media posting for my nonprofit 48 and 48, and I don't have time to do it. So, I built an app where I can load in. I think I've loaded in like 40 design templates that actually had Claude design as HTML files. So I loaded in all the templates, and then I say, hey, I need a graphic to promote volunteerism and write me a caption. And it'll do that. It'll go grab the template that makes the most sense. It'll write all the stuff on the graphic that should be there. I can then edit it and make it better, whatever. And then I can, I've got an approval queue in there. So if like I had so I'm about to have an intern working with me. So like if she created it, then I could go and approve. And then once things are approved, it's also tied into GoodHost where I can have it auto scheduled to our social accounts. And so it's all one place to create and everything else. It's much faster than anything else I've got. And it works amazing. And I built the entire thing, I don't know, in 2 to 3 hours yesterday, just because I was like, I think I can build this and make my life easier and make it faster.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. So that's what I'm going to tell you about. So yeah.
Cool.
Any questions? You're good?
I don't think so. So is it only for you, or are you going to open it up and let other people?
No.
use it?
This is only for me. Though I think if there are other nonprofits that want something like this, I could possibly duplicate the project for them, maybe.
Yeah.
So I might outfit some other friends with it, but it's just for me for right now.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I'm not trying to sell anything. I just want to make my life easier, and Lovable does make my life easier in a number of different ways. So
There you go.
all right, what do you got for us this week?
So I've got, I'm sticking with the game theme. I don't know if I did games last week or the week before, but another game for you. So if you've ever played Sudoku and you hate numbers and you just wish they'd murder each other, this game is for you. It's Murdoku. It's Sudoku for murder. And you got to figure out which people are, it's like a mix, honestly, of like Clue and Sudoku. And you got to figure out who's in what room based on the clues that are given and who goes where, and then that'll help you figure out who murdered who. So Murdoku.
Okay, so a couple of quick thoughts. Number one, whoever named this and came up with the logo is an absolute genius. Like,
it's well done, isn't
Murdoku,
it?
oh my gosh. And like the Do in Doku is a different color. And it kind of looks like somebody's face, but also looks like there's like maybe a pool of blood coming from underneath it, perhaps. I'm so impressed with this. I have no words. I
gotta say, and it's you can play online for free. It's yet another free online game. I will freely admit I have played a couple of boards of this. It's kind of fun.
Sudoku meets murder mystery. Oh my gosh! Like I don't even understand. That's so good.
I mean, it's Sudoku meets the game Clue, but they probably couldn't say the game Clue.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, of course.
It's murder mystery.
It's Sudoku Clue. Murdo Clue is really what it is, right? Murdo Clue, but they can't say
Murdoku is really Sudoku Clue.
Yeah, something like that.
So, but it is quite a bit of fun. If you need a little bit of a time waster, there you go.
All right, Sanjay, how can our listeners find and connect with you?
They can find me at sanjayparekh.com, maybe playing Murdoku or maybe not. What about you, Adam?
You can find me on my website that I still need to rebuild, adamjwalker.com, and it has links to all the things that are all the places I want to be found and not links to the places I don't want to be found. Because
why don't you just give that to Lovable? Like, just
I need
rebuild
to.
this.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Go.
Yeah.